Afternoon, ladies and gents. How's it? I'm Josh from Deed Freak Media, and welcome to the Brag with a Brand podcast, where we discuss how your idea turned into a side hustle and how you maintain it. So today, without further ado, one of my first guests, a very important figure out in the media industry, out in PE. We all call him Undisputed, but his name is actually Undefeated. Join me in welcoming Shukrey. How's it, bro? You alright?
Yeah, bro, you still undisputed thing. Undefeated guys, like, yo.
But I think it's got to do with the writing, man. Your signature is a bit.
Like, we changed from the classic slasher style
Yeah.
to a more formal style because everybody's been taking undefeated as a. Hy man skiet net karre.
Yeah.
My man spat net fouters aan karre.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I understand. I'm actually going to ask you a few questions, but thank you very much for being my first guest for the podcast. Thank you very, very much for hosting me also. Shout out to Undefeated Photography, Videography, almost anything media related. Check out your
Literally
socials.
anything to do with recording, capturing.
Let him know. Let him know.
We got everything covered.
Yeah, so I'll link his socials as well as his contact details down below. But just a short background for those that don't know you. I know there's a lot of people that see you, as you say, this guy, or the common perception is that this guy only shoots cars. So for those that don't know you, can you give us like a small introduction to who you actually are?
So I'm Shukrey Abrams. I am a motorsport enthusiast. So anything with an engine that goes fast or slow, I'm into. And the photography thing started actually weirdly. It started off, I just didn't want to pay to go to the spinning events.
Wow.
So if you have a camera and you go to a spinning event and you get there with a guide, you're like, I'm gonna take photos. And then they like say, come on through, sir, come through,
Yeah,
sir.
that's actually a very interesting. I've never actually thought about it. Eh?
Like, there's certain people out there that, like, when you walk up to an event and then they know already, nah, this bro is a photographer, or he's a takes videos, or he does this, or he's a dancer, or he's a rapper.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that now. That's for another episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the beginning of it all, and then eventually I wanted to get better equipment, and I wanted to get a nicer camera.
Before you jump into equipment, what would you say, apart from getting free entry into the spinning, what would you say was your motivation to actually start with a whole, I'm not going to use the word videography or photography, I'm going to say capturing of moments, because at the moment you're doing both.
So the driving factor is money.
Yeah.
Yes, we do not work for free.
Yeah.
We don't do discounts, we don't do specials,
Yeah.
we don't do any of that because I feel like it's a disservice. Imagine you, Josh, today you come to me, you book a shoot, and you're prepared to pay at $850 for an hour shoot. And then next week I make a special and it's $600 for that same hour.
You're gonna have to buy us a chow. Friend to friend, you're gonna have to buy us a chow, but everybody else, don't do that, eh? Don't do that.
So that's why I don't do specials, I don't do discounts, I don't do anything. The price stays the same for the most part.
Yeah.
If you have a big occasion like a wedding or something like that where we can work on the time and I'll give up an hour of my time or something like that to help you out or whatever, we'll make it happen. But for the most part, it stays the same.
Okay.
We are to make money for our families.
No, for
you
sure.
know, in the economy we are in right now, we can't walk around for free.
No, definitely. As the title of the podcast goes, how your idea turns into a side hustle. So, I'm not gonna ask you a personal question by asking to disclose where you actually work, but you started with a full-time day job. Am I right?
Yes.
So-
I don't believe as a photographer that's doing really well that doesn't have a full-time job.
No, for sure. So I'd just like you to maybe give us like a little bit of insight, like what's it like having a full-time job? I'm in the same boat as you, but just for the sake of the podcast, what is it like to actually have a full-time job and then after hours or when you're not working basically to go and hunt the dream?
So I take it like this. I've been on this for a very long time where you're young only for so long.
How long have you been busy now?
For the photography thing, I've been doing it since like 2012.
And we,
Like on my own timing.
yeah.
And doing it for a brand called Undefeated now. I
Yeah.
think it's 2022 or 2020. I think 2020. 2020 is
2019.
when 2019, 2020 is when we started.
I think 2019 is the first I remember.
So that's where the dream started. Like, we're gonna go into this, we're gonna try and see what we can do. I'm not gonna lie, people. The first two or 3 years of any photography person that wanna get into this game is the make it or break it, because that's where the guys normally burn out and they're
No,
like,
for sure.
we can't deal anymore. But
Yeah.
back to your thing, your question again earlier of how do you manage it all? Persistence and perseverance. There's nights where I'm sitting here and the TV is playing a podcast and we're working, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and we're working 6 to in a couple of hours time. But that's the price you pay to have a little bit of nice stuff in your
No,
life.
for sure.
Everything can't come to you easy. Otherwise, everybody would have
Everybody
it.
would be doing it, yeah. In terms of building a brand, I know you touched on it a bit now. From I'm saying 2019, you're saying 2020, but let's just say a couple of years into actually building your brand, what would you say is your actual challenges in this journey? Not to create a brand, because in theory, no disrespect to anybody that has a brand, but you could decide tomorrow to call yourself the guy. Sorry if there's a guy there, this is just for disclaimer purposes, but what would you say is your actual journey to actually having your brand, you know? Because as you said, you've already gone
So,
through the rebrand, there's advertising that
I
goes
feel
along
like
with it.
it wasn't a rebrand necessarily. It's more like a refresher. Like, every
Yeah.
photographer needs to have a little refresher every now and again,
No, for sure.
just so the logo moves.
Yeah, yeah.
But the way I approach it is a little bit different and unconventional. I'm taking it with a more American can't get kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me really advertise Undefeated?
No, not too much, eh? I don't want to say outright advertising, probably not, but I mean, there's.
So that's the market that I'm targeting. Like, I'm targeting a very niche market because I don't adjust my prices and I don't really want to work with anybody. So I adjust my prices to a point where I know it's only gonna attract a certain person, and I don't want to advertise too much because I don't want to be flooded with work, and then the work that comes out isn't good.
Yeah.
So keeping that consistency right, keeping your clients happy, keeping the timing of your stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard nightmare stories. I'm sure you've heard them
No,
too.
we're not
Those
going to talk
people
about
that
it now.
is
We're not
waiting
gonna talk
4 years
about it.
for photos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I am not gonna be in a story like that ever.
Yeah. I hope not, please. Rather don't do it. Say
So
no.
yeah, so that's
Say no.
my motivation is more like I'm not gonna go out there and like push an agenda that I don't wanna be part of. I want you to come to me. You're gonna know when you walk through that door. This is what is brass charging. Do you wanna work with me or not?
Yeah.
If you wanna work with me, this is how much it costs to work with me.
Yeah.
And this is the result, as you can see on my page. This is the results that we come out with.
Yeah.
And that's how we move forward.
No, hundreds. In terms of your startup, just so that you know, building up towards the end of the podcast, there's going to be a few either or questions. So I'm not going
Yeah.
to put you on the spot. This is just to get a feel or to
Don't
see where
ask me, am I gonna save the dog or the baby?
No, I'm not that hectic. Don't worry, I'm not that hectic. It's going to be more a preference thing, but I would like you to talk to us a little bit about gear. So I don't expect you to tell me each and every single thing that you own, because obviously that could take a while, but more like, what did you actually start with when you eventually started?
So I started on an 8 megapixel DSLR that took
Yeah.
1 or 2 gig memory cards.
Hectic.
And I'm not gonna lie, those photos are still good. I still have them somewhere backed up on a hard drive.
Yeah.
But now I've been on this mission for a little bit now. It's now 5 years, maybe a little bit more than 5 years. And we haven't really used a lot of the money that we make to buy KFC. We've been upgrading. We have
Yeah.
almost every piece of equipment there is to do this job. Every single lens, even the one we're using right now, this is
Yeah.
a fun price lens.
No, as we had an offline discussion before this, just walking around it.
Even like now, we upgraded from the old style gimbal here,
Yeah.
and we had to buy a new gimbal just for the fact that the times have moved along, and now we're not shooting like this anymore. Don't forget to edit the spot. We're just gonna turn you on your side, and
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
be on top. We're recording like this now,
Yeah.
like TikTok mensen,
Yeah.
and let's put it back.
In terms of, it's really interesting that you would say that because I know you know this. I've told you a couple of times, but I've got about 7 CDs there, 7 CDs, right? That I can't find a way to kind of get whatever's on the CDs off. Do you find yourself in a situation where you've got like, I don't know, 120 photos from somebody's event or something that is, or pictures that you took voluntary just sitting on a hard drive somewhere?
No,
You use everything immediately and you strict on your space.
we run this. I run a cycle. Sorry, Xavier, I'm gonna phone you back later. We run a cycle here by me where we do like 6 months. I have big hard drives on my laptop, and we run very expensive, fast memory cards in all of the cameras.
Yeah.
So that we don't have issues when it comes to copying and stuff like that. And then after 6 months, if we take a photo shoot with you today,
Yeah.
as soon as I come home, I dump from the memory card onto the laptop.
Yeah.
From the laptop, we'll start the edit there, and then we back that up on another hard drive. Yes, so there's multiple. It's not just, oh, you got a nice camera and that's the end of the shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes onto another hard drive with the folder for the edit. And then we keep that backup one side in a safe somewhere so that if this laptop, God forbid, anything happens to it, we can just go back and we'll take the hard drive and we'll complete your edit in time.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's like it's an expensive way to a problem that might not happen.
No, it is.
Because I don't want to be the guy that when you book me to shoot your matric farewell or your wedding, that I come to you next week and I say, you know what happened? My laptop got stolen or my laptop burnt out. I don't have your photos anymore. That would be the absolute worst. I'd never want to do that to anybody.
It would be very hard. So, just another thing, I would like your opinion on this, right? So, I got into I don't want to say debate, but a conversation with somebody not too long ago. And I was telling him that, like, you know, phones nowadays, like the starting point for your elite smartphones are like 128 gig, more or less, give or take.
Yeah.
Years ago, when we used to have like the E250 or the V360,
64 megabytes.
those were good days. Those were good days because then it wasn't helping me, or it wasn't hurting me with my problem that I have now. I've got stuff all over the place, like there in stacks or whatever the case may be. But what I'm trying to say is back then a 64 megabyte phone was suffice because you could still download your MP3 ringtones or whatever the case may be and your VGA style pictures, even though it looked like a bunch of blocks plain put together. And now we have like
control on it, yo. We were
yeah,
bowling
and
out
now
of control
we
on
like at 128 gigs. So I think we kind of like spoiled with
Do you
space.
know them? It's gluttony. At some point, I want to say it's gluttony, but I'm not going to say it's that. But I want to tell a quick story while we're on a space story.
Go for it.
The one night I'm chilling with the homies and we had this party and we're like, we want to listen to music, man.
Yeah.
The man said, Tony, Spotify Premium and I need my phone, let's do it. We asked this other girl, you know, let's borrow your iPhone. She has an iPhone, nice iPhone. And she said, no, I don't have YouTube.
Don't have YouTube.
Yeah, she deleted it because she didn't have enough space because she was taking photos. She deleted YouTube so she can have more space on her phone to take photos. I'm like,
Okay,
why don't
I've
you
never
delete
heard
photos instead of YouTube? No, but apparently YouTube doesn't count for anything, guys. Guys,
Yeah.
Stay in your lane, man. Just print your photos. Be like me. I print every 3 months. I go through my phone. I take 10, 20 photos that look nice. I print it.
You
Don't keep 1997 photos on your phone, guys. Don't do it. Print it. Put it away
Yeah.
somewhere and look at it another day.
Here's one of the first, I won't say would you rather, but what would you choose between Samsung and Apple cell phone? It could be flagship. It
I'm
could
not
be
gonna
something
lie to you
from
guys,
the
man.
oldies as well.
I am
doesn't it?
going to get me an Apple. I'm gonna get me a 14 or 15 Pro Max or 16 Pro Max or whatever it's gonna be. But we're still rocking an Android hard here by me. It's more the fact that once you go iPhone, your whole ecosystem has to change. And in South Africa especially, you don't wanna watch Apple TV on your phone. You wanna watch a little. I'm not gonna say the name of a site,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you guys
We
know
know
these
that,
sites
yeah.
where you can just go and watch that
Those guys,
Breaking
yeah.
Bad for free and whatever,
Yeah.
you know?
No, for sure, I hear you.
And that's where the Apple ecosystem breaks down. I don't mind, I can probably get away with working with the Apple full time, but
Yeah. Somebody
guys,
asked
if
me
I
what-
take a photo and I wanna see what is in that photo, what tech he's wearing, just
Yeah.
circle the bloody thing and it's gonna look it up on Google for you. I don't think you can beat that right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. One of the things that I think goes into the decision also is like Apple's obviously an overseas brand, you know, and
It's an international brand.
I mean, where it's manufactured. Sorry, it's obviously outside of South Africa is what I'm trying to say. But with the whole Apple ecosystem, as you mentioned, it's like the phone has a lot less usage when you're not connected to Wi-Fi specifically, because there's a lot of stuff that only happen on
So
Wi-Fi.
it's made for that. It's made for an ecosystem
Yeah.
in your house or at your business, a place of business
Yeah.
where you have another MacBook Pro and an iPad and another this and the cloud and the everything. Yeah, in South Africa, I don't even have network if I go to beach sometimes. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
we're not the same, guys. America got 500 megabyte up and down speeds. We're struggling for 20 megs here on a weekend.
Yeah, I think you must kind of pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? If that is important to you, then I think you must go for it.
But if you're a content creator, get you the iPhone, my guy. There's nothing wrong with going the iPhone way. Just you're gonna have to pay to play. That's it.
Yeah,
It's very easy.
very, very well said. Yeah, 100%. So, just coming back to the beginning of your career or your side hustle now that is doing a lot better than it was a couple of years ago. What would you say is your take on education? Were you somebody that actually went to a school? Were you somebody that actually went to an online platform? Were you somebody that watched YouTube or TikTok, or was you somebody that you actually spoke to kind of give you
So
guidance or what?
there's a multitude of ways to accomplish this, especially nowadays, guys. The internet is your friend. You can find how to do open heart surgery on YouTube nowadays. If you really needed to,
Yeah.
you can probably go on YouTube and learn how to do that.
Yeah.
So the internet is your greatest asset. As I said, knowledge is power.
Yeah. for
You
sure.
have all of the knowledge in the world in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, literally.
But you are watching Junior King and Garo G the songs.
Yeah, hectic. Yeah, my beef is going, man. My beef is really going. But yeah, full disclaimer.
You need to use the power in your hands for
No,
good.
for sure. I think this is also like, obviously I wasn't outside a lot last year, and it was down to the studies, you know. Like one of the not so good things that I found out, and this isn't specifically like a PE thing, is the fact that we have so many people qualified in a certain industry, but they don't find work in that specific industry, if I can put it that way, and they end up working as something or in a different industry. So theoretically, as an example, you studied to become a videographer, you don't find work as a videographer, so you end up, I don't know, working at the chemist. But What would you say is your take on it? Because I know it's not industry specific like for people that make videos or take photos, etc. What would you say would be a note or message you would pass to your younger self, knowing what you know now, education wise specifically?
Make the right friends.
Yeah, it's a very good. That's a very good point to make.
Make the right friends. If you know you want to do video work in the future, go study by Josh and say, Josh, can I go with you on this video shoot? You don't have to give me anything. I'm going to buy us a cool drink. Make friends in those circles, guys. There's people out there when it's raining and they don't have a place to shoot and they're taking photos of their clients in the rain, and that's where that you need to make friends in a particular circle to get in with a particular way so you can have an advantage in the industry.
No,
If I wasn't friends with Josh, for instance, my famous friend,
man, you were really my friend. He's the one to make people famous there because there's evidence. There's evidence now.
I don't even want to be famous like that. I have blur my face out for this whole video, just blur you out. But
can't.
like I said, just you need to make friends in the right places and you need to actually know what you're talking about when you're talking about it.
No, for sure.
It's pointless you having a conversation with Josh about how to build a car, whatever, but you don't know how to build a car. You're just wasting his time at that point. And then Josh will never speak to you about the car again.
Really, you're right. You're right. So that actually cuts in a little bit to what I was going to ask you next. Excuse me. With regards to networking, do you think networking is important? And I would like a why, whether you yay or nay. Why would you say it is or is not important?
Networking is the most important thing. There's times where I don't want to go out, but I know that if I go to this event or if I go to this thing, there's an opportunity out there for me that people would see me. When I started off with Undefeated, you know that when they say when you start off you have to pay your dues.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that is
I don't think it's very few.
So that is basically where it stems from. In the beginning, you have to pay your dues. You're gonna have to do cock jobs and cock where you don't want to do it, but you kind of have to do it, and that is where you cut your teeth and you get your name out there, and then hopefully, if God gives you the power and the energy and He blesses you a little bit, and you put yourself in that spot to accept that little bit of luck that you can create for yourself, you get picked up, and then there's a guy there that's working at a big company. Look, yeah, I see you taking photos here for those people here. How much you gonna charge me? Do some headshots there for my man, say at whatever company, whatever this, whatever that.
For sure.
So networking is critical, and the way you put yourself out there to the world, especially.
I'll tell you why I asked that, because similar like you said now about I'll buy us a cool drink or something. Once upon a time, I was definitely not in a situation that I am in now, and I was battling with work. Bro. I really couldn't find work. I got a job, and it looked like a dead end, like a dead end. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like,
Not
do I really
again.
have to go here now again? I don't even know what I'm gonna do for the
I'm
day.
not gonna lie to you. I started by desires, bro.
Yo, but
At 80 rand a day, okay. I
Yeah.
was me at 15
No,
years
but-
old walking here to Hyper Value in West End.
yeah, hyper value shout out. There's no more hyper value now.
Shout out Hyper Value, you
Yeah.
know. Gang, gang.
For those of you that know, definitely. Showing the people how easy it is. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm saying, I woke up one day with this idea. You know what? I'm waking up. I don't use the word miserable, but not happy to go to work because I don't know what I'm gonna do for the day. I don't know, like, this is what you're supposed to do for the day, you know. But it's not a wow job, so you just go there and you kind of do it. And you know, like the coffee break or the morning smoke or whatever, you get people there, Yanni, PT or whoever is there, and they're like, yo, you know what, this is irritating me and I wish I didn't have to do it. And I kind of sat still and I just thought, like, you know what, I don't actually care that it makes him unhappy, but let's let's extend our focus, let's extend our knowledge, let's extend our horizon. Yeah. So instead of just doing what I was supposed to, which took me like a couple of hours, I still had like plenty of free time to walk around and do other things. But I used to pick up a little bit by everybody, and it got to a point where literally I used to go to, say, man, can you please show me what makes you miserable every day here at work? What do you just like doing the most? I don't care if it was reports, I don't care if it was capturing things in Excel, I don't care if it was moving equipment around, I don't care if it was pasting asset stickers, I don't care if it was freaking, moving inventory around, like being a driver thing. And that's opened up a lot of gates to me, so I definitely understand what you're saying with regards
Make
to
yourself
network.
indispensable.
100%. 100%. There you go. Because as sad as it may seem also, um, you important to wherever it is you work for. But if something does happen to you, God forbid, um, the show must go on. The show has to go on, whether it
Yeah,
takes him a day or a week or a
guys,
month. Then
we
they
are
have to
all
look for
numbers
another
here by
one.
these companies. They don't ask you what's your name when you come here, but HR say, what's your clock number?
Yeah,
What's your login number?
it's not a shot at any company, but you will understand now because you've got a brand basically. So the show has to unfortunately go on. There is nobody that I know of that work themselves anyway to a certain point. Like if I leave, we
Where they
close
are
the
the
doors.
end all be all.
Yeah.
Bro, that. There've been situations in my lifetime at least where people thought they were that. And they left, and guess what? We are still working.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I'm very very sure most of our listeners that are also out there, you'll get to a certain point like in your life. I don't know how old each and every single one of you are, but you get to a certain point in your life where you feel indispensable. Like, ek gaan hom wys, ek gaan dit nie vandag doen. I'm not gonna do it today, and sometimes it works in your favor. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a few instances where it counted in my favor, and I've also had a few where
Yeah, but you
didn't
have
go.
to be prepared for either or.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think the thought process is more about I've been doing this for the past 5 years now. So it's kind of like when you buy a car. I don't care what car it is, but when you buy a car, you want the car to take you there and bring you back. No
That's a,
problems. So you've been there for the past 5 years, so they think now Shukrey needs to do X, Y, and Z. Don't worry. You'll take us there, we'll get the result, and we'll bring it home for us. Case closed. But now, on this specific day, you saying now, I can't go there, and I can't get the result, and I can't bring it home, or I don't want to.
well, that's why you have a brotherhood behind you as well. Shout out Kevin Noble, Noble Photography. Shout out Mob. Shout out Courtney Watika.
Yeah,
Shout out Composed also my homie.
yeah,
We have friends and we have assets all around us that if we can't make it happen, we have somebody that can make it happen.
yeah.
So it's all about, like I said, the networking thing is a real guy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There are some times where I'm laying here and then Courtney will phone me or Kevin or Jared or somebody will phone me and they'll be like, remember what you're doing on a weekend, Saturday? I'm like, let me check my calendar. No, nothing. You're the 21st. Don't you want to take over, bro? I'm busy on another thing. There you got money for the weekend again. And the networking thing, the people you surround yourself with a lot of times, look at us. We are surrounded by each other, and I'm pretty sure if we needed to put 20 grand together right now, we can put it together between a few of us and our friends.
Yeah. Also,
So-
very strangely, I don't think we were actually, I won't say not friends, but we were introduced to friends of friends introduced us. Basically.
Yeah.
The first time we actually met.
But that's a lot of how we meet our real
Yeah.
friend, guys. Pick your team wisely. I'm dropping knowledge bombs here in New York.
Your circle.
Your circle is important. People judge you in your circle. Yeah.
It's a very strange thing, right? I'm very, everybody that knows me knows I'm very tight with one person in my family, and that's not just how it is. But I'm sure everybody's got, like, whether it's a mother, father, a grandparent, or uncle, or whatever, that always tells you, from small already, pick your friends wisely. And this is like something that resonates over and over and over. And no, I'm not that uncle whatever it is. But this is something that you only realize like when you what is the word, mature. When you mature, that you actually realize what is this people saying. Because I always used to hear, yeah, but all of them are smoking cigarettes. Why are you there? Life didn't turn out so great. I was smoking cigarettes, wasn't it? Yeah, but that one is always drinking. Look how we look. He can't even walk. It wasn't even long. I'm not even gonna lie. And I started the habit as well, you know. So if you surround yourself, like you say, with like-minded people, not necessarily both of you need to be a photographer or a
No,
videographer. Just people that is driven.
driven people is
Yeah.
that's the MO for my circle group. If you are driven, if you are thinking outside of the box, if you have an opinion that is of your own and strong and you know what you're talking about when you talk about it, we can be friends.
Yeah, 100%. I also now recently we spoke to somebody. Hopefully we'll come have a seat on the pod also. Not too long ago, but I told him if you're somebody that you call your friend doesn't inspire you in one way, whether it's through competition, and I'm going to ask you about competition shortly, but if this person doesn't inspire you through competition or through teasing or through pointing a finger, like they call it the fisherman's catch. You ask a fisherman who caught the biggest fish, the fisherman you ask, he caught the biggest fish. That's how it is. It's like that in sales as well. So for me, it's Tego, right? We have the
Nah,
funniest way
but
of
Tego is a goat.
communicating.
Tego is so
He's a
quiet.
solid guy. He's really a solid guy. But I
People
don't want to give it.
underestimate Tego so badly, guys. You look at us, bruh, and nobody really knows us. But have you looked at Tego? Put on a screen here, Tego's follow account and his TikTok and his Instagram and his X and all of that. Tego is a silent killer. That man is a killer on the social
bro,
media.
it's one of the. I'm hoping he's gonna say yes, and obviously have a seat on the pod also. But one of the things that I told this person, doesn't Tego, I told to, is that if you, the people in your circle are telling you they do 5, and we obviously as friends we lose our cool, or we don't understand, or we like go through a buzz or whatever. But if they don't understand or inspire you to do 6 or 7 or 8, then you're not with the right people.
There's
man.
this other little story that I know at least. And the fisherman one is new to me. I get it now. You come from a sales background, but
Yeah.
there's this thing where would you rather play tennis against Rafael Nadal or would you rather beat everybody but his primary score? Then you'd see where the person really is. You might lose every single game to Rafael Nadal, but you'll probably be gaining every single game to get closer to better and amazing champion style.
100%.
Because if you put yourself, that's where that's saying a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah. Look, it makes sense because for a long time I was very fishy, fishing, etc. But
Yeah, dog, that's why
honestly,
you were fishy.
yeah, man. I was very. I went through a big part in my life where I was just fishing mal. I'm not gonna lie. Recently, I gave everything away. I'm not saying I'll never go fishing again, but it will never be like it was
It
before.
won't be hardcore again.
Nah, it won't be hardcore going, bro. But it's like you're saying, your goals have to be realistic. You know, if I have to hold a mirror up for those of you that follow me, or just know a little bit about me, there was for last year my donation or my contribution to men's mental health was every Monday and every Friday I would put out a motivational message, right?
Oh.
So, if you didn't know why I was doing it, this is why I was doing it. But in any case, your goals is so important because if you start today as a tennis player, I think the biggest prize that I know about is Wimbledon. I might be wrong.
Yeah,
Arguably.
there's a few, yeah, but that is a big one.
Okay. So if you start playing tennis today, realistically, you can't win Wimbledon
Next week.
this weekend coming. You can be good here in the street. You know, some of us have. I'm telling you, look here. If you're watching from outside of PE, come check a colored boy in any location, any street. They have got records that beat John T. Rhodes, I'm telling you. How many sixes?
500 not out.
I'm telling you,
I
boss.
was eating all day over the wall.
Yo. And then you must still run to go get it ball there before it anti-catches you. I'm telling you. But on a serious note, just coming back to what I was saying, like your goals are so important, and lots of people don't realize this until they bump their head, right? I bumped my head quite a couple of times in the past couple of months, which I'm not ashamed to share. So I can say freely that if you set short-term goals, you on I would say a less injury-prone path. Because if you're aiming for the Wimbledons, if you're aiming for the UEFA Champions League, if you're aiming for the Cricket World Cup or the Golf PGA or the F1 in wherever the F1 is this weekend, then do you understand what I'm saying? Don't set unrealistic goals. Rather, my advice to somebody would be like, take small leaps and celebrate your small wins. You know? What do you think?
So I have a different approach to it. I would say write down your goals. And you look at your goals and you say, which is the easiest one to achieve here on this list? No, buying a new pair of socks would probably be the easiest thing to achieve on this. Then do it first.
Yeah.
Then you know you don't have to buy a pair of socks for the rest of us list. And then you go to the next one and you work on that. And you put all of your power into only that. You don't do buy a pair of socks and buy you a new Ferrari the same week. We're only doing the one. Focus all of your energy and your input on that one. And that's how I'd work towards it. That's how I do it at least. I know that I wanted a new gimbal. So that's the only thing I looked at.
Yeah.
I'm only looking for the new gimbal. I don't worry about batteries. I don't worry about knickknacks. I don't worry about the new jeans. I only want a new gimbal. And that's what I got. And we got a new gimbal. And we upgraded. This one is for sale, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out if you want to buy it from me. I'm selling it for a bargain. Throw me a number. I might bless you or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, while we're on mental health, men's mental health, shout out Nalo Vibes. I rode all the way from P to Cape Town. That's cycling, bro.
Yeah.
And the bra riding without any shoes on at Aya. Shout out to that, homies. You guys are a big inspiration. Another thing, what do you think about giving Owens their flowers, man? Let's talk about that. Because on the social media front, this podcast, even like we're sitting here, just because we're two guys, we're already disproportionate to a lady doing the same thing. You know that?
Yeah.
So we'll set our own goals, and I believe that all the guys, the content creators, the artists, the dancers, everybody else, they all deserve their flowers. I'm giving you all your flowers. Shout out, leave something in the comments there for Josh.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. I want to bless all of the guys and give them their flowers. We'll do a podcast where we have a horse here. We're going to throw all of you guys in a video. Let's do something fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. It will really be dope. It will really be dope. I'm just thinking now, like one of...
Because when was somebody actually tell you, Josh, you know what? Look at, come closer. Look in the camera. No, bro, you're doing a good job. You're doing a really good job.
I don't know. I'm not even playing with it, but okay. As my vriendenkring, the people in my circle, was like, yo, it's hectic, yeah? It's hectic, I'm not gonna lie.
Guys, it's a sad relationship to be a guy. To be a guy is difficult.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie, I do tell our homies. I tell all of my homies, the ones in my friends circle, because it gives them a little bit of an edge and they push a little bit harder.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you want me to be 120% honest, I think I get more thanks for not breaking it than well done. Thanks for not breaking it, then well done.
Thank you for not burning down the house.
Yeah. I won't say burning, I'm not one for fire and things specifically, but thanks for not breaking it, then well done. But very fair point. Also, like, I think we had a little bit of a chat off cam, just before we started the podcast, you know. Obviously, the flower thing is a very beautiful gesture. We've got a lot of talented people in our areas in our city.
No, the Eastern Cape is known to produce diamonds, my friend.
No, for sure, 100%. There's no big hole here like in Kimberley, but our work ethic, I think, is good. When I say our, I don't mean everybody, because unfortunately, I sound
Let's just say the cream rice is the top here in the Eastern Cape.
Okay, let's go with that one, yeah. So, what would you say is your opinion on the state of entertainment in and around PE at the moment? When I ask you this, I'm asking you because you've experienced what I'm struggling with now. In the beginning of this podcast, you told us, "Ah, man, very right?" So I'm becoming, or I'm trying, God willing, to become a digital marketer. I'm trying to kick off this whole thing with a podcast. You'll check me out with reviews, etc. This is a whole different thing. But now people check me, they're like, aren't you a guy with a colorful me, bro? Now I'm like, yeah, I used to work here, bro. I work here, whatever the case may be. So like, what you doing now? Actually, you talking with a mic. You don't work here with a car wash. The car wash closer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People like don't understand the idea between you and your goals and what actually is what I would like your opinion on is how things actually stand in our city at this moment in terms of entertainment. So I don't want you to single anybody out and saying
Yo,
Team A
bro.
is doing better than Team
I'm
B.
not gonna lie, nah. We
Just the entertainment.
literally had a little bit of a moment on Facebook this week,
Yeah.
and so they made this post about Mr. Mayer's podcast. We had Luke Goliath, and
I didn't see that, but I'm a big. I try to watch as much of Mr. Mayer as I can. You really, if you watch
it's a
it,
new
my guy-
episode. It literally came out this week,
Okay.
and this is where Mr. Mayer asked, "Yeah, my bro, so." You was from PE, but I see all of our PE Owens are leaving PE. They're going to Cape Town, they're going to Joburg. What kind? And then Lugolaya, something to this, I'm not going to quote him exactly, but he basically said, nah, PE is not the place it is. It's not popping there and all of that, which I agree with him 100%. PE is not as big as Cape Town or Josie or anywhere else. P has their own little crowd that they're doing their own little thing for. And I'm not gonna deny them, they're doing that, they're having fun. We're getting booked and we're having events and we're doing our thing. But it's not like in Cape Town where you can go out 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock anywhere to any club and it's gonna be full by all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to a club 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock and there might be nothing going on there, or they might not even be open that night.
Yeah. No, you're right with it. You see, I feel like
But it's not just that. It's not the entertainment scene. It's not that. It's pure economic, guys. It's economics.
yeah.
If people don't have money, where are you gonna go to with no money?
Yeah. I would say no money because there are
Or
certain industries
more
that-
important stuff to do. If you're getting only a 350,
yeah.
which is a lot of the youth and now the generation that is running
Yeah.
around here in the street, unemployment is crazy, bro. So
No, for sure.
what do you think the people must do with at 350? Go to an event? No, they must buy bread and I don't know what else, butter.
No, for sure. I think I can comment fairly on this. You know this. I was living in Joburg for quite a long time. I moved with the intention to Cape Town to move there permanently before, and things weren't. It didn't work out. Long story short, you know. But one thing I can honestly tell you is that if you're looking for people to work, not where they work, people to work, PE is a solid place to be in. This is my opinion. Comment down below what you guys think. Cape Town is a very broad horizon place, right? I remember not too long ago, you and I had this conversation about the state of stance. Not really the state of stance, but what do you expect when you see a stance car from PE or Calvin specifically compared to when we go to Utenay? Recently we were in Marshall Bay. We'll get to the stance scene in a bit, but what I'm trying to say is Cape Town has a big population compared to PE, right? PE and Utenay Dispatch is kind of like semi-detached, right? It's kind of like two houses next to each other, but it's three different places. But if you add all of it together, I think you're probably not even at the quarter of Cape Town.
No,
I
not
won't
at
say
all.
Cape Town as in Cape Town, the CBD, but like the holistic. You
Not
know
at
what I'm trying
all,
to say?
yeah.
And then you've got this massive overpopulated place, Johannesburg. Um, there is so much that is actually available to you, and you pay for the convenience in Johannesburg. But it's made that way basically because of the population. But now, even like you're saying now, the 350 thing is you've got 10 people that is doing the 350 thing in a semi-detached house, as I made a reference to now. There's 3,500 in that semi-detached thing. Whereas over here in PE, you don't find, I'm not saying it's uncommon to find a family of 10 people, but you're going to find 2 people or 3 people for that same 350. So the numbers in theory in the bigger cities, in my opinion, it helps because um, you've got more of everything. I'm not going to comment on the podcast because I haven't seen it. I've seen one of our other famous friends had something to say on his status, which now it clicks. Now I know what he's talking about. But I'll have a look definitely at the podcast and then check it out. So I think let me do that. Just to break away a bit, how many podcast hosts do you currently consume when it comes to social media?
Yo,
Or
bro.
give flowers. Let me rephrase. Give flowers to
Shout out, Mr. Meyer. I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Meyer. What's that? Congolese, bro. Ibi.
Evie. Oh yeah. Evie the kid.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Ibi the kid.
I've got a. I don't know Evie the kid from anywhere, but I would like to have a chat with him one day. I would really. He's got an interesting story, ne?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
really got an interesting story.
Our favorite meme, bro. Ask you questions in the club. GBX. I don't know how to say his name. I'll put it here at the bottom. That homie. But I consume a lot more out of South Africa content. Theo Von, Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah.
Okay. Decent.
It's a lot more for me that I'm not gonna spend my time with like just frivolous and talking nonsense and Love is Blind. On this episode of Love is Blind, I'm watching a little bit of it every now and
Yeah.
again, but yeah. So I'd rather put a little bit of Joe Rogan in my ear and listen to how they're finding mammoth tusk in Antarctica and in
Yeah.
South Alaska and how they're currently trying to put some mammal DNA in an Indian elephant that they're gonna breed now, and they're basically doing Jurassic Park shit
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah.
So like that is
I
the
didn't know about that, but I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. Whoever's doing it, don't do it.
new Jurassic Park
Don't
is
do it.
coming out also.
Yeah, don't do it, guys. We really don't need it. We've got enough problems. I'm a big Jurassic
Apparently,
Park fan, but don't do it.
it's gonna help with greenhouse effects and stuff like that. So they're gonna reintroduce megafauna and megafauna into Alaska or certain areas in Antarctica, so that these animals can make these greenhouse gases that is
No,
gonna,
for sure.
or less greenhouse gases that is gonna help our ozone.
If I can just tell you my take on the whole Jurassic Park thing, right? Just like most of the kids that grow up, I took a fondness or an interest in learning about dinosaurs, right? Because we just see dogs and cats and birds or whatever the case may be. So this big thing that runs around with big teeth, eating everything it can, looks very interesting. But there's a big difference from seeing something in a book or on the TV and seeing it in real life, right?
But I'm not excited
What
to
did
see
you-
a real
No,
T-Rex.
nobody will be
Fuck
excited.
that.
Right? I'm just saying, like, what did I actually learn from Jurassic Park? So there's certain people that are or have access to certain things that they shouldn't have access to, you know. And then somebody who's there, this happens like all the time, all the time. Two people work together and one of them decides, I don't want to fix cars anymore. I want to strip them. And then unfortunately they split ways, you know. But now you're stuck in a place where, not stuck, sorry, but you're in a situation where you're saying, yeah, but let's make our own T-Rex, but we're not gonna make it eat people. We're gonna make it eat dogs. And I decide like, I don't want to eat dogs. I can eat human beings. So I take or I steal or whatever happened there in Jurassic Park. And now we've got this big thing running around here eating everybody now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's literally the present
Yeah.
for Jurassic Park opening scene here where fucking T-Rex ate all of his animals and he just bite him to death and then he doesn't eat him.
Yeah.
And he's running
then
through
that
the
guy,
whole place.
fatty
Yeah.
boom boomers that dies here, that thing that makes like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must wanted to steal the samples. You check, if he didn't do it, then the whole thing would have been cut. But what is his name? The one with the brillikies. The chaos theorist, he's my favorite. There's the last Jurassic Park. I've been holding out for it because I got into some series now, not too long ago. But the last one, if I'm not mistaken, he's in there again now. So he's come back. I definitely want to check it out. Maybe I'll check it out tomorrow. I'm sure it must be on Netflix.
The new Jurassic Park is maybe dropping. I think it's dropping this year also. The new Jurassic Park.
There's a new
Yeah.
Friday also coming out. I'm with Chris Tucker on the
Oh
cover.
my God, no!
I don't know how
Stop,
this
guys.
is gonna be.
These sequels aren't the one.
Yeah,
The sequels are not the one, guys. You
it's
Friday after next week Fridays. Next
and
week
Jackie
Saturday.
Chan's also got another Karate Kid now coming out. So he finds, most Jackie Chan. Is
My
the
guy, this is the
second one.
first.
He's Daniel DeRusso. He finds Daniel DeRusso now to train his, what do you call it, his ninja kid. Jackie Chan. bro.
Everybody thought that Jackie Chan was the first Mr. Miyagi. He wasn't, guys.
No,
Mr. Miyagi was somebody else in the first few movies.
I don't know what his name was, but shout out to you, my guy. You definitely had us doing some cartwheels and push-ups and things, thinking we're gonna be the one out here. Ne? Him and it was him also in Karate Kid, and the other one was what? Three Ninja Kids.
I think Jackie Chan was in the Will Smith son one.
Yeah, with Jaden.
That was the first one that Jackie Chan did. Mr. Miyagi was doing everything before that, guys. The OG Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah,
I think he passed away in 2014, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Double check that one, but
shout out to him in any case, bro. He was a real good guy. But yeah, coming back, if you had a choice between all of the laptops that are out here today, what would it be and why?
yeah.
Your choice of a laptop and why. So I'm just putting it out there. If it is a concern or somewhere stuck in your mind, blank check. I had to give you a blank check now, but you could only buy a laptop with it. You don't have to
I
worry
wouldn't
about
buy a
the cost.
laptop.
No, but I'm asking you to buy a laptop. Choose a laptop for me to pay for.
New MacBook Pro.
The new MacBook Pro.
Just because I'm a content creator and I do photography and video work, a Retina display, guys, yo guys, you think your TV is quiet. If you've never seen a Retina 5K display on a MacBook, it's something else, guys.
Yeah.
It's something else. Yo,
Where do you think this case is gonna stop? Are we on the thing of 8K? Because
8K
obviously-
is dead to me, bro. I will never do anything in 8K.
Why?
It's just, if Mr. Beast is exporting 1080p, who are we?
Yeah, we don't have the infrastructure for it in any case. You're right.
We can't upload a TikTok in 1 second. What are we trying to do with 8K videos, my guy? Don't do it yourself, guys. It's a gimmick. All our phones can do 8K. Who's recording in 8K on their phone? On I don't know how big a sensor would be on a phone. It's not worth it, guys. Just do a normal 2K or 4K just to get a quality to look nice.
I think 2K is very
Keep it
decent.
simple because we're only gonna see this thing on a small phone like this. Unless you're doing a wedding and you have a big camera, shoot a 4K because you're probably gonna watch that footage on a TV. But for the most part, just 1080p at or
What do you
2K
think,
or something.
I'm completely out on this. I'm literally asking for a friend here. Do you get the 8K TV and what are you looking at cost-wise in South Africa now?
Yeah,
Over top of your head, it doesn't need to be specific.
probably like 140,000 rand for a 60-inch or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
For a TV?
Yeah. But
What?
have you not seen?
To bring it back.
Have you not seen 8K 60-inch?
No, I've definitely... Bro, I've still got a 1080. I don't even have a 2K TV. My
Yeah.
TV isn't even
A
smart.
65-inch Samsung is 70,000 rand.
Okay. Okay.
That's mad, bro. It's mad. It's mad.
That is definitely a bit steep. If
But
you have,
it's like everything on the bleeding edge is expensive. Do you guys remember when that 32-inch LED came out?
yeah, that was the one, bro. That was the one.
That 32-inch LED that wasn't smart or anything like that. The people were paying 10 grand for it. Okay. Now you can throw 1,200 rand in the street and let the Quara bring you one around the corner. Sorry, take it out, take it out, take it out. You can throw 1,000 rand in the street and pick one up by your neighbor.
Yeah.
For that same 10,000 rand TV of 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it
When
is.
strangely enough, when it launched, I just left South Africa for the first time. First time in my life. And when I came back, I was like, so what's going on here now? I was like, where's the rest of the TV? You know? Because
Oh,
it
the
was
first
like,
time you see a
from
flat
tube
screen.
now to this thing. When I got to the Dubai airport, bro, I'm telling you, what is this guy's name? Trevor Noah. Jokes about it, whatever the case may be. When you leave South Africa, it doesn't matter in which direction to get to. Have you been outside South Africa?
Nah,
Not yet.
bro. Not
Okay,
yet.
hopefully you get it. But I'm telling you, as soon as you get to Dubai, you know immediately you're not in South Africa. The level of lighting is like so. You bro, it's beautiful, man. Everything is clean. There's not papers floating around. There's not people standing there.
But would you call that more a third world problem and a first world problem? Or first world versus third world?
To be honest with you, né, regardless of where you rate it as a world, I think the habits of the area is linked to its downfall. You know, if you've got strict measures for crime, then you don't have a lot of crime. Places that don't have a lot of crime, don't have a lot of stuff laying around, you know. Where there's good service delivery, you will see that people, how do you say? With there's service delivery, people take care of the area, so people know, look here, this is something constant, we need to keep it up. There's stamina there,
To
man.
throw this first piece of dirt on the ground is a very big step.
Yeah,
But if it's already dirt on the ground, to throw another piece is like, it's
yeah.
nothing.
Someone is gonna come, you know. So I just think like when it comes to things like that, it's like I said now, a stamina thing for me. I'm not a politician or anything like that. You know me. I'm not. That doesn't interest me, man, because I like you say, there's a lot of different stuff that you can do with your time and to worry about politicians saying this and saying that, you know. Next question I've got for you.
Wait, man. Let me interject quickly.
Okay.
So you are also part of the social media that is in the world of PE today. You see, I don't know if you've seen the shift, but I've seen the shift now where Kendrick Lamar and Drake, that beef has, I feel like it inspired so many people to make a beef, to get a reputation or to get a little bit of hype on their name.
No, for sure. I think.
And now
You're right.
it's transcended to this level where even if I don't know Josh, I'm gonna still say, hey Josh is a somewhat a
Something.
this and a that.
Yeah.
I must throw his man's name in the street. All because Josh got a big number above his Facebook page saying people are looking at Josh and everybody on Josh's Facebook is like, did you see what Sugar say about Josh? En nou gaan allemaal aan naar Sugar se blij toe en kyk wat sê Sugar van Josh.
You 100% right. You 100% right.
It's like there's a new
There's,
scheme running on Facebook and Insta where the people are just doing us tricks to mekaar now.
I'm just trying to think who was it. It was LL Cool J. LL Cool J, the rapper. Yeah, this thing. I'm a big hip hop fan though. Shout out LL Cool J. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to the both of you. That's arguably. I don't think I can pick a top this track ever, but that would definitely be second round knockout. Is Cannabis replying to LL Cool J not of response, but just his side of it. LL Cool J said that the hype around disagreement, beef, sells faster than any passion or any upcoming style. And he said it so many years ago. I think it's still valid today because people pay so much attention or give up their attention span so quickly for one person to say something bad about the next. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
Is like dat where jy hoor mense beklei buite.
Yeah.
En hardloop jy uit.
Yo, bro, you know, when I see
Alarm
stuff
klop
like
uit.
that, when I see stuff like that, and it's like I can pick up a stone or something and throw you against your head. Like, what are you doing here, bro? You
Die
know,
mense stry buite. Ons moet gaan kyk wat gaan aan.
yeah, but why, bro? I've never understood it. Like, I'm not gonna say I never done it before, but I'm like at that point in my life now, like, I'm doing it daar by jou plek. You know
Bly
what I'm
net
saying?
weg van my kar. As
Yeah.
ons ry, gaan
Go-
julle
go do
te
it
keer
here,
by
you
kan.
will. Or like I'm not gonna mention him out, but I've got this one friend, like he's I don't know, I don't believe in bad luck and good luck type of things. But whenever he's outside in something it just happens. You know, I don't know what does he
Yo,
wanna call
bruh.
it. And he
And
always
that thing at me and my friends always say, yeah, you must choose your team before you even leave a house, guy.
bro.
Because
it's
us
very
one
true.
homie will be a weak link in your team.
And you know
And he
what?
will spoil the block for everybody.
He's always got a believable reason as to what happened. But now I'm telling him, bro, you're not 16 years old anymore. Like, your data bundle has to go out sooner or later. You get what I'm saying? And that's that you busy doing. It's not a safe thing, my guy, because it's not to say he's somebody that's afraid to fight or me or whatever the case may be, but is it really worth it nowadays, bro?
Nah, bro.
It's
We
really
leave-
not.
Before the fight started, we out of the place already.
It's really not worth it, my guy. Like you get to into
We here
situations
for a
where you
good time, not a long time.
yeah, no, for sure. But you get into situations where you like can't avoid or get out of the way in time, you know. And he is always the one that's like at the center of this.
It's like it's attracted to him.
I don't know, bro. I asked him like, bro, you don't maybe like think the old people say go rinse yourself off in the sea or
Yeah, because so bad.
salt water or I don't know, bro. Start what you need to do, my guy. But yo, he's just. It's like at that point now, like with him, if I'm not afraid to go out with him, but he knows already. 8 o'clock, I'm not gonna lie to you, my guy. 8 o'clock, ek gaan huis toe. Or I'm going away from you now because I know this is your time.
Because it
This
haunting
is-
hours.
Yeah. This is like when his activity starts, like after 8. I don't need to go home, but I'm gonna greet
Let's
you.
be
Shot, my guy,
closer.
Thank you.
Let's be
It was
closer.
nice to see you. I'm gonna chip now. You check. I've had it already. A couple of guys. They had a tango or whatever dance with this guy. And the next morning you check me like, say, is that your friend? Whatever the case may be, blah blah blah. This way that. I was like, you know what, my guy? That is my friend, but you see must know what is the difference here. This man don't know of going home, and this man don't know.
The block don't stop.
That's a problem. That's a problem. You check. So he doesn't want to listen, my guy. I don't know how else to put it, bro. I don't know why.
But for me personally, if it's not a networking thing and if I'm not working there, my brad, you know how much I pay to live at home. Ek bly by die huis. As voor Netflix, Disney Plus, Showmax. Wat wil jy hê? Bly by jou huis, broer.
Yeah. See,
Bly by jou huis. It's lekker te be at home, bro. I don't know about you, but for me, it's lekker te be at home, bro. I will stay here. If I'm not working or anything, ek wil net hier by die huis wees. Sit my op die couch met 'n TV en 'n laptop hier op die skoot om 'n bietjie werk te doen. I'm very happy right here.
yeah. You know, to be honest with you, the podcasting thing is going to change things for me a bit, you know. But they say every time you take on a new challenge, another level, another devil is the same. So
It's the growing pains.
yeah, the growth pains, I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll see how it goes. But as you know personally, this has been now like what over
Nah, but The thing is that it must be a constant push, man, especially
Yeah.
for you. In the beginning, you were running up a hill and you must be sprinting, my man.
Yeah.
When you're on top, you can cruise and you can take your foot off the pedal halfway for a couple of seconds and then get back on it again. But now
Yeah.
in the beginning, I feel like next week and someone do two.
Yeah.
We do two podcasts.
No, for sure.
And then
100%.
someone get some drama in here. I don't know. You comment down below. Do you want to see in this podcast for some drama? I have lots for drama. Second episode drama will be
No,
fun.
drama is a bit too early for drama. Give me somebody in the comment section. Let me give somebody the flowers, drama. Let me give somebody the
Nah, give us a Cat Williams, yeah.
Yo. I don't know if I'm gonna get just for the record, man. I've been a massive Cat Williams fan, bro. And I was at work when this thing dropped, right? So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know at that point who Shannon Sharp is. Everybody's running
Club
to
Shay Shay.
yeah. Except bro, you check
Shoutout.
out Shay. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Bruh, Cat Williams. I'm like, yeah, I know Cat Williams. Pump Chronicles. Yeah, that's him. Have you checked? I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Every
It's been
day of
3 days. It's
hustling.
like 15
Every
more.
day of
bro.
hustling.
Yeah. I'm checking this. What are you talking about, bro? It's like, my man, you need to check this thing. Which is very strange because at work, I'm actually the one that, for the friends that were a lot of them have moved on to new adventures or whatever you want to call it. But I was one of the few that, I wouldn't say promoted podcasts, but chose podcasts over playing music off your phone type of vibe, while you're working. So when I saw this thing, I was like, phew, my guy, we think we've got disagreements and gatherings and people blackballing and gatekeepers and things like that on our small level. You do realize that this is the projected
minor
audience
leaguers.
that we actually see growing up. When you grow up, you're not gonna tell me you didn't see somebody like Cat Williams or Snoop Dogg and watch him and check like, hey, this is the one, or anything basically you see on TV, because we were so hypnotized by TV that anything we saw on TV, this is the truth. You know what I mean? But now
100%.
everything has changed up so differently, my man, because just like you were saying earlier with this iPhone and this Samsung, almost anybody can pick up this phone and press the record button, and just now they're on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So if you put in a little bit of work,
It's not anymore those days where
yeah, it's
you
not
can-
it's not a privilege.
you can just go have a cup of tea in Central with a bra, and if somebody just takes one photo, one single photo, and they share that, the entire world will see that photo.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, this is a deep topic. I don't know if we must open this up now. How far are we in? I feel like the ease of access is a very good thing and a very bad thing, right? As I said, Miss, now I was studying with a whole busy marketing thing now for last year, and somebody asked me my take on social media, right? And I told him like you need to understand like social media isn't just social media, because you can literally get somebody every night before they go to bed, they scroll on their platform for an hour. When I say their platform,
doom scrolling.
there is like a lot of platforms and stuff now that you can literally just be scrolling onto. You then get people that are there for business, so they use their time and their energy to make posts for their work or for AdSense to be advertised on other people's work. You get what I'm trying to say? Then you get people that is actual now creators and doing their thing. It's very I would say like as your choice where you fit in, because for me to tell you where you fit in, it kind of doesn't make sense. And for me to tell you what to post also kind of doesn't make sense, because if you actually look at what our I don't want to say our biggest problem, but one of our biggest problems in South Africa with social media, people are irresponsible. People are irresponsible. If you don't want people to know certain things about you, then you keep it away from the camera. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but that's the world we're living in now. What you don't want to share. Maybe I don't want to show everybody that I have I don't wear glasses or something like that. Tomorrow they see me in Shoprite, and then they take a photo of me, and then
Yeah.
the whole world sees that I wear glasses.
Yeah. I
So
think
it's
also,
it's a very difficult thing and to manage and control nowadays at least, where the old Hollywood stars, because of they want to be more exposed so that people can see more of them, but now they are at the point where they don't want to be seen. They want that privacy back for themselves
Yeah.
because now every single movement they make
yeah.
is a thing.
No,
Even if they
once
buy if they shout out Red Bull, you can sponsor us. We're not sponsored by Red Bull, but shout out to Red Bull, the homies at BC1. Um, Even us drinking out of this Red Bull cups can be interpreted as maybe we're being sponsored by Red Bull. And people have their own opinions and they can take things totally out of context. You understand?
No, for sure, for sure. Um, you touched on something now that is like being on my mind lately for the past, say, 2 weeks, give or take, right? Is the size of your online audience. Your online audience is crazy, right? And I'm saying this to you, so when I'm speaking to you now, I don't mean you're good, you're bad, or whatever. I'm saying look in the mirror now. This is you speaking to yourself, your online audience. Have you've done, obviously you've done more than 1,000 views on a post on any platform. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you have. I'm just asking so that you understand what I'm trying to tell you. In your high school, what would you say in your high school at the time when you started school, standard 6? How many people were in your school?
Well, I was at Nazareth and I think there was like only 300 children at that school.
Okay. I had a bit of a bigger audience. I would say mine was like 2.
But I finished up at BD, at early B, we were in the same class. So let's call it 1,000.
Okay,
Or
cool.
let's call it 700 or, yeah.
Okay, no problem. What I'm trying to say is, if you've done 1,000 on a post, this is like you standing making an announcement, in theory, in the assembly, right? But now, what is your biggest number on views? Do you know?
Like 80,000.
Okay, 80,000. That's very good, well done. But now,
Sorry, guys.
sorry guys, we can't help
We
it.
are still in the northern area,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and the homies of
things
Sram City are still doing a thing. We're gonna get to stance
We're
in a
gonna get
minute.
to stands now, yeah. So you're saying 80,000 is your maximum remembered. Do you realize that our stadium here doesn't take 80,000 people?
Yeah,
You realize
I
it?
get it. I get it.
So
I get it.
in actual fact, you didn't just speak on a mic for the assembly for your high school to hear you out now. You weren't
It's a big
standing
thing.
in the middle of the stadium talking on a mic saying do this or buy that. But you've got numbers that is basically bigger than it. If I'm not mistaken, that is close to the F&B stadium's numbers, no? Because
I'm like 10 or 13,000 less than the Chris Brown concert.
so you understand what I'm saying?
And that is the biggest concert in South Africa.
Yeah, no, 100 flowers to you for that, 100%. Congrats, bro. But I'm just saying, like, this was like um, so interesting is what I'm trying to say, because if you actually look at it, you if you actually look at what you interact with in terms of people or on the phone, on WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, wherever it is, would you say you interact with more than 1,000 people a week? Like actually?
No, not even close. But now we at a point now where even you, this what we're doing here right now, this we need to convert it eventually. You understand?
100%.
We need to convert this from this platform that we're on here recording and doing this into something we can monetize. Maybe we sell Deep Freak t-shirts, maybe we do Deep Freak stickers or something like that we can convert so that all of this, however 100,000 views we have on this video,
That would be great, just for the record.
Let's put it out there. We're gonna get 100,000. Let's start at 100,000. Let's get 100,000 likes, and then I'm gonna tell you guys something cool about somebody that you know and love. Oy, I'll put it out there in the world. But now we need to convert this 100,000 views into something.
Yeah.
Like now we did our first little run of these little undefeated t-shirts.
Yeah.
And we're gonna now like put that out into the world. If anybody's interested, shout out and they'll touch me and then we'll do a print for you guys. Because there's people that want a little t-shirt to say something on them. There's people that wanna run a Date Freak Media t-shirt. It won't be exactly the same like this because just now you walk into an event and say, "No, I am Date Freak Media." So we'll just switch it up a little bit, but
What would you do in a situation like this? You rock up and you're like, I am, you take a picture like, what do you mean, bro? There's already
There's already a
somebody
bra
here.
inside.
We went in here like half an hour ago, like 2 cooler boxes and 2
Nah,
packets
but
of chips or whatever.
I've already I'm a little psycho like that. I've already thought out the situation like that. So me and me and the guy that prints it out, we already said no. The t-shirts for me and like I'm gonna quickly turn around so you guys can see. You're on the back of this t-shirt. What's written there?
Create a crew.
Exactly. So everybody else won't have that.
Okay.
It will have a slightly bigger logo like this on it. And it won't have the creator crew and it will have something else at the back. And that would be
I'm just taking a moment, yeah, seeing it, showing straight to check me out.
yes, boy, at Facebook, that Insta, that YouTube, and on the www.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's
Hopefully
get
it
it.
will grow from strength to strength for both of us.
It must. It must.
For sure.
We're not giving it the option. It's gonna grow.
Yeah.
So that is like you need to, guys. You need to be relentless if you want to achieve or be great. Like these people that you're seeing, that is this big superstars and all of that. Like a F1 driver. Do you guys know that at like 6 years old, these guys are really trying to push an agenda to become a F1 driver? It's not when they're 25 or when they're 29. You know what? I'm out to go drive F1 car.
No.
It doesn't work like that, bro. You need to be relentless in the pursuit of whatever you are doing.
100%.
And a lot of people, I'm not excluding myself of this. I also get lazy sometimes. I
Yeah.
don't smart today. Let's put it off for tomorrow. And that's bad on me, but in the same breath, like you need to be relentless and you need to push your agenda. Even on your off days, you need to be pushing your agenda. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was at Josh's birthday party, and I wasn't there for networking. But I did tell everybody, no, I am doing this and I am selling these products. And I got 2 customers there. His brother-in-law, I don't know if I told you this, but your brother-in-law is printing his wedding photos by me. Your brother, sorry. Your brother,
I was gonna be like,
your
where
brother
did
and
I
his wife is printing your wedding photos by me.
Next.
So every opportunity is an opportunity.
No, for sure. 100%.
So you need to sell, even if we're blocking with people we don't know. We still need to be out there and be representing your brand. And
That's part of the reason with the whole podcasting, right? I can be 100 with you. So if I keep it a buck with you, they are, I don't know how many other photographers in PE. There's how many other podcasts that are running in PE for me as well. You check, but 2 of my, as I said earlier, my Monday or Friday motivational messages for men's mental health was, you don't get judged on how many stuff you say, yes, I can do. You get rated and respected, unfortunately, by how many stuff you complete in life. If you say yes to 120 stuff and you finish once, like, oh, that guy that helped us that day, yeah, I was wearing the blue jeans when that, bruh. You unfortunately become it, bruh. But like you say, you know, if you keep putting stuff off and then you get to a point like, I need to do this, I need to finish it, there's gonna be some people that don't understand. There's gonna be like some decisions that you can't, always be available to the people around you in your circle. But hopefully they will understand that this is for a cause, and see what you're trying to build. Because the second um, motivation message that I think now, like really for me personally, that I still try to follow through on was, you crazy if you wake up in the morning think you're the only person that can use a camera or host a podcast or drive a car or whatever it is you do for a living or trying to do as your side hustle.
You are crazy if you think you're the best, but you're also crazy if you don't think you're the best.
Yeah. Hey,
How
let me
crazy
finish
is that?
my motivation here. Hold on. But what I'm saying is, there's almost 100 people in your vicinity with the same skill set. The person that's gonna walk away with the medal or the crown or the trophy is the one who wants it most, the hungriest person.
Facts.
If you're gonna be, sorry, if you're gonna be that person that is just, we'll check how Friday looks, I'll see how I feel tomorrow, or, over, like me with this podcast.
That procrastination.
Hey, my guy, this is the first time for me, like in my whole life, eh? I'm not even lying, I've never had another experience like this, where I need to, what is going on now, this isn't right, that isn't right, I want this in place. I don't know, but we out there and we're living, so let's see how it goes.
True story.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a quick intermission, 5-minute break, and we'll be back right after.
But before we go,
yeah,
I have one more thing to say.
yeah,
Stance is cock.
no me.
We'll get him to come back again.
So yeah, thank you. We are back after the advert break. Like I said previously, I will need to cut this obviously. So yeah, welcome back to Brag with the Brand, ladies and gents. I'm Josh from Beach Freak Media, joined here by Shukrey from Undefeated Photography. If you guys would like to utilize the advert space that we've got in the podcast for advertising, AdSense, giving a shout out to anybody, anything like that, my contact details will be down below. Apologies. If you need anything media related, as he said earlier in the podcast, I'll link descriptions to his handles down below and the email address also, so you guys will know how to get in contact with him. So the final stretch for the podcast will obviously be the state of stance, right? So just a quick chat about where we are currently. We're not going to be bashing this one or that one or saying this one is better than that one. It's just kind of like where, in your opinion, where we are at this moment, things you like, things you don't like. So yeah, if you don't mind, what would you say where we are as a city with stance?
So guys, I used to be like, I was mal for the stance and the cars and the this and the that. I'm gonna brag my own brand, but I did feature in Speed and Sound once time.
Yeah, for sure. Well up, bro.
I did feature in Speed and Sound once. I got a few trophies here and there. So I was a big stance cop. I was mad about stance. And like when you start a business, especially like with us,
Yeah.
you need to move and you can't be riding a stance car every day, my guy. You cannot do that. And unfortunately, that was my position I was in. I was like, with the wagon, I was like, I was flat on the ground. I had a Kingston logo here across the bonnet somewhere.
Yeah.
I had a low profile tire, the cars laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And it became a thing where everywhere you go, it's a problem. Man.
Yeah.
Before you even leave your house, you're on a traffic groove, you're like Stanford. And then after all of that, then you must also now figure out, I must go to Galvin now there in that street. Where's the speed bumps? How am I going to
Plan the route,
maneuver the speed bump and that speed bump? And then after a while, when you're like really infamous with the traffic, as soon as they see you, come here. Here's a $2,000 fine for you.
We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you.
We know you, Mosman.
Yeah.
This banner here in your front window, what is this?
Yeah.
You can't see even with this banner. Come here, here's a fine for that. And here's a fine for your auto suspension. And here's a fine because your tires look too thin. And then I was like, to make business sense, it doesn't make sense for me to be part of the stance community. I will respect, I will love you guys from the sidelines. I'll post and I'll take photos, I'll do videos for you guys and all of that, but I can't be riding and rolling around deep in a cut with a stance car with Undefeated on the side.
No, for sure.
It doesn't make business sense, bro. And if it doesn't make sense, it don't make money.
Yeah. In terms of events, what would you say is your overview of where we are currently? Like when I say your overview, what do you think has been, or what do you think still needs to be done by any entity? It doesn't need to be
Yo,
done by
bro.
me, by
I'm not gonna lie, this is a conversation I've had multiple times with multiple people where we should do a podcast or a short series where we explain to people the rules of these stunt shows or like explain the categories to people.
I've got something
best,
like that going on
best-
Instagram.
Are you busy with something like that?
I'm busy with it. I've started,
So,
I'm
like-
busy with it.
So like best OEM. You can't run an auto styling wheel and you can't wanna win best OEM, guys. It doesn't. That's not what OEM is.
So you mean the criteria basically? Because
The-
you're saying like the rules.
The guys. I've seen so many cars where if we just change this wheel, you'd be in such a better position to win a particular category
Yeah.
than not. You understand? So
Yeah.
like understanding the rules, because now you come to a show and you feeling, yeah, you know what, ne? My car look the freshest here. But then you don't understand for best of show, literally everything needs to be touched on your car.
Yeah.
Your seats need to be touched, your headliner needs to be touched, your interior, your exterior, your engine bay, your this,
for
your
sure.
that. Everything needs to have a little bit of attention on it.
Yeah.
The
Disclaimer also while you're on that point, it's not anything wrong with a auto styling wheel or Shabba Mag,
No,
wherever
no,
you
no,
get
no,
it
no,
from.
no, 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 no.
Shout out to you guys also for keeping the game alive and extremely competitive. But I think what you're trying to say is the criteria for each award is different.
It's different. yeah.
And in my mind, if you're gonna put out something like the rules, it's like I don't know how many times more of this needs to be posted, but when it comes to posters that say no revving and no spinning, guys and girls,
Yeah, this
you
weekend
guys
was one
are
of them.
helping
You.
you're helping to tear down
This
something
last
that we all
event
like
was-
and that is keeping us all entertained. Some of us are using it for business reasons, but there's a time and a place for everything.
It's very
you know?
and like from an event organizer standpoint, it's very difficult to sell your event to a place where
Yeah.
they know from previous events that nah, as people is limiting an whole night here for this
Yeah.
event, and as people is doing this and that, and they're going to cure and all of that.
Not only at stance events, I've seen a couple of posts also by entertainment places like bars or clubs and stuff. It's saying the exact same thing, and once the time arrives, then it also becomes
When it's
a
home
problem.
time, and then it's a
Yeah, it becomes a
few
problem.
reverence out there.
Hey, my guy. But any rate, give some consideration to whoever's to my events or
The people
to
that
whoever's
is
events
hosting.
that are hosting or where you are being hosted or visiting. You know, it's not to say that you mustn't enjoy your car. I mean, at the end of the day, if you break it, you have to buy it. That's your hard work that is going to basically pay for the repairs or the upgrades. I understand it. But like I say, time and a place, you know?
Maybe it should be part of the show to give them a time and a place to do certain things like that. Maybe that should be
Maybe introduce a bit reverent.
yeah. Let's tell the people that is hosting us
Yeah.
5 till 6 we're gonna have a reverend competition. There's a whole lot of honor diakons here that wanna show out. There's a whole lot of honor diakons that wanna show their ass here.
Okay, I'll try it out. I will try it out, definitely. Why not? The worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
so,
how I live my life. The worst they can say is no.
Yeah. So let's check it out. Um, if I can put you a little bit on the spot here, we're gonna finish up with a bit of either or, right? So when I ask you about either or, you can either answer the question by choosing one or the other. You can skip to your heart's desire, but obviously no, don't skip every single question. And I'd like you to be honest. Nobody's gonna hold it against you if you guys have a difference of opinion or feel that something should have been the other way. Let us know in the comments down
Yeah,
below.
just throw it in the comments. I'm not gonna read it. He might read it.
Yeah, I'll be as part of my research. I have to. I'm the host here now. Come on, welcome to Brag with your brain. So, if I could ask you, vehicle specifically, German engineered or Japan engineered?
Yo, my guy.
It's not the emotional thing. It's just either German or Japan.
But like I said
At
in
the
the
stance event.
like I said in the very beginning, I'm a motorsport enthusiast and I don't know if Diesel also said that thingy. It doesn't matter the car, it's the engine and the bodies and the everything. I'm not gonna lie, I am a big Honda guy. A lot of the guys know me for being a big Honda
Yeah.
guy. I love the way Hondas drive. I love the way they sound, everything in between.
So Jap engineered in summary.
No, I choose German. Let's go.
Okay. Who's your favorite manufacturer?
Me, I'm gonna say VW.
VW. Okay, fine, fair enough. Your favorite wheel manufacturer?
Ja, Enke.
Okay, unique. Your favorite oil for your car?
Yo, bro, I only use that. What's the silver one? The Caltex Magnetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, shout out to Caltex. Your favorite fuel to put in your car? So what petrol station you would choose? If all of them are standing in a row,
What
not
is
saying
going? Wait. What is happening now? There's a new Petrus Astron is taking over all the engines, né?
Caltex.
All the Caltexes are now Astrons.
Yeah. So if all of the petrol stations were in a row, for whatever reason you have, which one would you go to?
Yo, bro, Scuderia, Shell Plus.
Oh, Scooter.
The Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
They support
my
Ferrari.
bad.
They've been Ferrari supporter from
Yeah.
the very beginnings.
Okay, cool. In terms of event-wise, in our city, stance or spinning?
Yo, bro, spinning.
Spinning.
Any day
tell
of
us
a
why?
week. Yeah, but the stands of people don't fall out of the cars.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, and then go check that video out there by I think Side Hustle might have a snippet here of how I was bummed there with other spinning event. It was fun.
You?
Yeah, bro, I was fucking okay. I wasn't bumped. The tire was bumped out under me, and I was on the tire,
Yeah.
and all because I was checking something, and I wasn't paying attention. And at the stand show, you don't have to pay a lot of attention.
Yeah, true.
But at a spinning show,
Yeah, tires is too.
your ass is on the line.
Yeah, for sure.
And I prefer a spinning show over a stand show any day of the week, just for the pure interaction you can get with the spinners. Every spinner has their own little feel that they give you.
No, 100%, 100%. At an event, so whether it's spinning or stance or a club event, spectator or go to work at the event?
Go to work,
Go to work.
because I get the best of both worlds. I get
Okay.
paid and I have fun.
Yeah, true. If you had to choose a venue in PE that has not been hosted yet to do an event, what event would it be and where?
German versus Jap,
Where?
Bayway small.
Bayway Small. Okay.
Underground parking. Close it down.
Close it down.
Give me 1/4 of Bayway Small Underground Parking. Let's host German versus German.
You heard it first. Come get him. Come get him. In
I
your
just feel, sorry, just to go back, I just
Yeah.
feel like that would be like the ultimate underground feel for this kind of event.
yeah.
And it will have like the best kind of photos for the guys because there's so much space at Bay West that we'd have a nice little setup where everybody can park like and do their little thing.
Yeah. No.
And you don't have to worry about the floor because a lot of these events nowadays you must worry about the grass and how you're gonna stop people from leaking in your parking lot. Where Bay West would just be like, it's concrete, we're not gonna care too much about it.
Yeah, for sure. I know that you've also diversified now, so it's not only car things that you. Cool.
Daddy, if I had done it the last time, the dad left. But
Samara, we are very busy here right now. Here's my phone. Go watch on my phone a little bit now. Call Abdul Muiz here for me. Abdul Muiz?
Daddy's calling me. I
Sorry, man.
Yeah, so some mouse died now. How's it?
Can you put whatever video you're watching there softer and close your door and go in your room?
Okay.
Thank you.
So we can just cut it. It's fine. If you were to choose over the past 2 years, and I say past 2 years because we're so early into 2025 now, what would be your favorite event you attended and your favorite stance event and your favorite spinning event where you had fun for whatever reason?
The base spinning event was obviously the one in December. That was the best spinning event. That is the best spinning event for the whole year. Every year they have the same event. They have over more than 1,000 people at this event, 3,000-4,000 people every single time. They advertise from the next day of the event. If the event is Saturday, Sunday, the poster for the next year the same time comes out.
Is that with
What's the name now?
Unity, ne?
Unity Motors.
yeah.
Unity Motors spinning event.
Okay, shout out to Unity Motors.
And this year they're having a guy from, I think it's Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I saw.
The guy from Abu Dhabi, the spinner from that side, is coming down for this year's event.
That's going to be very interesting. Ne?
Last year, Early B was there as well. Early
Yeah,
B
was
was
he?
in the Pups M4. Doing his thing here with the guys, traders of Pups.
No, it was dope. It was something
So
different.
that was another huge one. That was the best. And the best dance show, I'm not going to lie, since the last 2 years, there was that little King Shine show there by him. But now, the biggest one was the one that we had now 2 weeks ago.
So it doesn't have to
Sasol.
be a King Shine event.
No,
It can be any-
the Sasol event, the one that Dietrich Media to do for the promo for Sasol. That event
it was
was actually, I didn't think there would be as many people as there was there.
No, you're 100% correct.
I thought there was maybe gonna be like 40 cars or 30 cars or something
Yeah.
like that.
It was early on in the year, so it was really.
But I don't know, the photos are live right now. I'm pretty sure after this video is done editing,
Yeah.
we literally exported everything. We're just waiting for final confirmation of watermarks and everything like that.
Yeah.
So there's
It should be live by the
240
time
images
that
already out right now just to show how fun it was. The
Yeah.
guys came out. What was your favorite car of that event? Might I ask?
It's really difficult, eh? It's really difficult.
Oh wait, this is a question I asked Dorian. Out of all of the cars there by that event, if you could own one, which one would it be?
If I could own one.
Yes.
Yeah, you're putting me deep in the thought now. As a stance car or in general? Because there was a good combination.
In general, which one would you choose?
There was a stoppie that came here with it. I don't know if it was the R32, but it was the Golf 5 shape, a red one. Elder toppie. Wasn't part of the science event, he didn't want to stick around. He literally took a drive there and he took off.
Oh, so you're just going to come show and shine and in the line?
Yeah, and then he broke out. But yo, I think it was neat, bro. When I say neat, virgin hasn't been touched, nothing tampered with, everything's still OEM, everything's still clean. Not even that, what do you call this, experience, dust, nah, boss. That thing was neat. I don't think I must say which stance car because
No, it doesn't have to be a store. Like if I could choose, I'm gonna tell you what my choice was. Kiash's M4. Yo, my guy.
yeah.
My guy.
That thing is also just as neat.
That's bad at. Put that photo up now.
Yeah, I'll throw it in, definitely.
Kiash's M4, bruh. Has sleeper status at, bruh.
You know what? I didn't actually know he had it, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know he had what did he have?
I literally saw him when the event was closing because the car was just standing in the pump the whole time. He wasn't even by the car, he was chilling on the other side. So when I saw him leaving in the car, I'm like, yo, bruh. This thing is hopping, yeah.
Hopping, definitely. Nee, but it was top, bro. Really, I liked it also. There was this audio, so it's not something that you see very often.
Oh, the semi-wagon, no, the hatchback Audi, the grey one.
Yeah. It's not something very popular, so there's something nice to see. There's this, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me or what, but there's not a lot of Opels that enter stands. I'm not saying there's none, I'm saying it's a lot less. And I know people are gonna say we live in PEVWs here around the corner. I understand all of that, but what I'm saying is the amount of Opel cars at the stands event compared to any other manufacturer is little.
I think it's because the aftermarket support for Opel is not there.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
we can find a set of coilies for a Tez.
Yeah, also true.
We're gonna find a set of coilies for a Cub.
I don't think so. Maybe
Because
we have to go with sleeves, no?
you have to go with sleeves, but then it doesn't give the same ride.
Yeah.
Because the strut is part of the steering as well on the Opel sometimes. Like on the older Opels, I know
No, for sure.
the steering rack connects to the strut or something like that. That's why the guys struggle to do stunts and stuff with Opels.
It's not only Opel. Like we were in the mall once upon a time and then we went to have waffles and I saw a Kia car there. I only remember one Kia, it was there by Pools and Beats. A lowered Kia car. There's nothing wrong with Kia at all. It's just, I'm saying,
You see,
it's
like
limited in the city.
like I said, in South Africa at least, in the States, the people, BC does conversion kits for everything to make it work for the guys.
Yeah.
But here in South Africa, we're depending on auto styling connect or side hustle garage connect to get our coilies. Nobody's ready to spend 15 racks on a set of coilies.
Yo, guys. I don't know. At any rate, another would you? Oakleys or Ray-Bans?
Nah, Oakley for days, my guy. Oakley for days.
Okay. Camera gear, Canon or Sony?
I can. This is my application. Make me affiliate.
Okay.
I want that R5 though.
Okay. Come and get it. Terms of laptops, Samsung or Apple?
Nah, bro, we're rocking Lenovo and Asus, all gaming setups. We run 2 gaming setups here, a Lenovo gaming setup and a Asus Tough Series gaming setup.
Okay, cool. So it is gonna be my next question. Gaming console, PC or PlayStation?
PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, we're rocking PlayStation, we're no more there with the Xbox. We left Xbox behind.
Content creation, 10 post or live for 45 minutes?
10 post.
10 post.
Yeah. I can't do the speaking. Imagine me speaking, hi guys. Thank you, Josh, for for commenting there.
Hey,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you, Lance, for the 10 roses.
Yeah.
What must I dance now?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I got my big profile almost now back now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to do the lives quite often. I know you haven't been on every single one, but you joined quite a few times. You know, excuse me. You know, it's extremely difficult. As people that call themselves something else. Your name is Shukrey, so now you decide
User 1744516.
0.666. So now I see this name here, and they teach you this much when you go there to the TikTok Academy, TikTok specifically now, right? This person has joined, so now I say welcome user. But now you don't know what is your name either now. But now you say like, ah, where brah, it's me. Me who? Me who? I can't see your picture either, and now it's my, in this example, it's my life. So I open up the thing, I can't see your picture now.
You
So
still
how
got
do
a
I know who my
blank profile picture there.
Then this person was the way you so scares me, bro. How do you have a conversation with stuff like this, bro? Like, I don't know. Is this like what I said earlier? You have to be responsible with your social media to not give away your real name. I understand it, but at the same time, I think like this is your identity. Give something that is in. If you're not, just my opinion, you don't have to be confident in giving your name to strangers. Stranger danger, all the other things I understand, 100%. But for those that know you in your circle, in your vriendenkring, your friend group, your live list or whatever it is, the people you share your content to, post there for me, comment here, whatever the case
Yeah,
may
but I
be.
mean, like,
Then they must at least
if you're on
recognize it.
social media,
Yeah.
if you have nothing to hide, put your name in your fucking whatever.
Yeah, but not everybody does it. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but how hard would it be for me to go on your video and
Find out who you are.
backdoor Google you from your photo?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because nowadays you literally can press pause on a video, hold for your assistant, circle this person's face, and they're gonna find your photo on Facebook.
Yeah, so true.
So like,
true.
save us all the time and the effort, and just give us your name. And if you want to be a keyboard warrior, then keep it at user
Yeah.
177454555.
Yeah, for sure. So, last two before we get out there, what's your favorite search engine?
I use assistant in Google, bro.
So, Gemini.
Gemini all the way, bro. They spend so much money to get it right. We're gonna carry on with it.
Okay, fair enough. Last question before we get out of here. Project car, stance car, race car, or spinning car?
Yo, it's always gonna have to be a project.
Always has to be a project.
Always gonna have to be a project. I love projects, bro. I love projects. I love the hunt to get
Yeah.
certain pieces that, like even when I was rocking a Mark II GTI, like getting that center console for a Mark II with the gauges on it,
Yeah.
getting the stalk with the MFA, all of those can't get pieces to keep your car in OEM plus state. That's the hunt that I love. I love the hunt, the scratch and the search and the look here and the look there.
I think the steps to completion to what you actually have in mind and the times that you get either disappointed or distracted. Like you say now, the center console, you can't get this one that you want, so you kind of have to go a different way. It also, it builds character, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the first show, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the first show I did was a Mark II. It was in Utrecht. No, it was Lovemore. The first Lovemore, yeah, the last one I went to at least. I didn't get my coilies till the day after Lovemore.
Yes.
So I pulled up at Lovemore with a full wrap, Perform Media, Brazilian company. Gave me the design, me, Rocky Landman.
Yeah.
We did the wrap on the car, we did everything. And the day of the event, my coilies weren't there. The next day, my coilies came, and I think it was a few weeks after that when Wonderslam happened in Utrecht, Mainstream Crew.
I wasn't here that day. I was loving Johannesburg.
So Mainstream Crew had an event in Utrecht, and it
Shout out
was
mainstream.
Wonderslam, Nidam
Shout out
Fakir,
Wonderslam.
shout out. And that's where I got my first photo in a magazine for a car. The Mark II was in Speed and Sound for that event. Flat taps.
Oh, so just now you were saying it's actually your car, not your work in Sweden Sound magazine.
No, my car was featured in Speed and
sorry, I
Sound.
misunderstood. I thought you meant your work, your pictures is...
No. Speed and Sound has their own people that take photos and stuff like that, man. But my car actually featured in Speed and Sound, which is a lot of people can say this, but I am proud of it. It was a big moment for me.
Andres, congrats. So yeah, thank you very much for the day.
Wait, before we go. Project car, stance car, spin car, race car, your choice now.
My choice.
You're thinking too long, bro. You're thinking too long. You sound like you need a Mark 1. Standard.
A standard Mark 1. There we go. I think that's the best
That
answer.
bombshell. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
Alright, short. Thank you so
Guys,
much. Ne?
like and subscribe and everything else.
Yeah, all those beautiful things, drop it in the comment. What you guys like to see next? Thanks for tuning in. Huh?
Safe.
Once again, thank you so much for joining in to Brag with Your Brand. Josh from Undefeated Media, signing out. If you have any interest in contributing or sponsoring the podcast, contact details will be listed below. Please feel free to follow our guest for today. I'll link his socials down below. I'll see you guys next time.